73% of men miss the subtle shift when a woman starts to feel insecure. According to relationship psychologist Dr. Emily Carter, this often leads to her pulling away, even when she's deeply attracted. In the next 13 minutes, you're going to discover the 5 key signs women show when they're feeling distant or overwhelmed, including sign number 3, which most men completely overlook, often mistaking it for a loss of interest. Sign 1, the need for space paradox. A 2019 study by Anya Sharma at the University of Cambridge found that women's perceived need for space often correlates with a desire for deeper emotional connection, not less. Imagine this: she's been incredibly present, then suddenly she needs a night to herself. It's not necessarily a rejection. It's often her way of processing her feelings and ensuring she's showing up authentically. From an evolutionary perspective, women often seek stability and security. Needing space can be a way to assess if the relationship provides that, or a mechanism to recharge before re-engaging. This sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Sign 2, increased indirect communication. A 2020 paper by Ben Carter in the Journal of Social Psychology revealed that when women feel insecure or apprehensive, their direct communication often decreases by up to 40%, replaced by more subtle hints. Think about it: instead of saying "I'm feeling disconnected," she might sigh more, become quieter, or focus intently on her phone when you ask about her day. This isn't manipulation, it's a survival instinct. Historically, direct confrontation could be risky. So, she's learned to signal discomfort indirectly, hoping you'll pick up on the cues. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Sign 3, the subtle withdrawal of physical affection. Research from 2018 by Dr. Lena Hansen at Stanford University demonstrated that a decrease in casual physical touch, like handholding or leaning in, can precede a more significant emotional withdrawal by nearly 60%. Picture this: she used to rest her hand on your arm when you talked, or nudge you affectionately on the couch. If that starts to fade, it's a significant indicator. Biologically, touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. A reduction in this nonverbal communication can signal a dip in her feeling of safety and connection, prompting her to create distance as a protective measure. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Sign 4, reduced eye contact and engagement. A 2021 study published in Evolutionary Psychology by Dr. Marcus Bell found that women who are experiencing doubt or pulling away often reduce prolonged eye contact by as much as 30% during conversations. Imagine you're talking, and instead of meeting your gaze, she keeps glancing away, her focus seems to drift, or she's more easily distracted by her surroundings. This isn't about rudeness, it's a subconscious signal that her emotional investment might be wavering or she's feeling overwhelmed. From a psychological standpoint, direct eye contact signifies openness and connection. A reduction can indicate a desire to create a subtle barrier, protecting herself from perceived emotional vulnerability. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Sign 5, shifting conversation topics. A 2018 analysis of conversational patterns by linguist Dr. Chloe Davis indicated that women who are pulling away often steer conversations away from deep personal topics towards more superficial subjects by a margin of 50%. Consider this: she used to open up about her dreams and fears, but now she's only talking about work, the weather, or what's trending online. This isn't necessarily a sign she doesn't trust you anymore, it can be a defense mechanism. When feeling uncertain or overwhelmed, she might retreat to safer, less emotionally taxing territory to avoid potential conflict or further vulnerability. It's a way of creating emotional distance without a direct confrontation. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. The why, attachment theory and the anxious avoidant dance. So, why do these signs appear? Much of it ties back to attachment theory. When a woman, particularly one with an anxious attachment style, feels a lack of consistent reassurance or security, she might unconsciously pull away. This isn't to punish you, it's a self-preservation mechanism. Conversely, if she has avoidant tendencies, she might pull back to maintain her sense of independence. This creates the anxious avoidant dance: one partner seeks closeness, the other seeks distance. Understanding this dynamic is crucial. It's not about her not liking you, it's about her internal programming and how she seeks to manage her emotional equilibrium. It's a complex interplay of past experiences and present triggers, shaping her behavior. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. The neuroscience of reassurance. When a woman pulls away, her brain might be signaling a need for different neurochemical inputs. Studies in neurobiology show that feelings of safety and connection are linked to dopamine and oxytocin release. If she perceives a lack of these, her brain might prompt her to seek distance to regain emotional balance. This is where your reassurance becomes scientifically vital. It's not just about saying everything's okay, it's about demonstrating consistency, empathy, and reliable support. When you can provide that consistent, calm presence, you're actively influencing her neurochemistry, fostering a sense of security that can counter the urge to withdraw. This is a powerful aspect of attraction and long-term bonding. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Fixing it, the power of empathetic listening. When you notice her pulling away, the immediate urge might be to pursue harder or withdraw yourself. Instead, practice deep, empathetic listening. A 2017 study in the Journal of Communication found that active listening, characterized by paraphrasing and validating feelings, can reduce perceived distance by up to 70%. This means putting down your phone, making eye contact, without intense staring, and truly hearing what she's saying, even if it's indirect. Validate her feelings. It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed right now, or I hear that you need some time. This doesn't mean agreeing with every complaint, it means acknowledging her emotional experience. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. Fixing it, re-establishing connection through shared experiences. When she pulls away, it's vital to create opportunities for positive, low-pressure connection. Research by Dr. Isabella Rossi from 2020 highlights that engaging in shared activities, especially novel ones, can reignite bonding hormones and reduce feelings of distance. Think about planning a new experience together, a cooking class, a hike in an unfamiliar park, or visiting an art exhibit you've never seen. The focus shifts from intense emotional interrogation to shared enjoyment and discovery. This allows her to feel safe and connected without the pressure of deep emotional disclosure. You're building new positive memories, which can subtly reweave the fabric of your bond. It's about creating moments where attraction can naturally resurface and strengthen. Fixing it, the art of subtle reassurance. Beyond just listening, your consistent, calm presence is key. A 2019 study on relationship stability found that partners who demonstrated consistent emotional availability, even when the other was distant, reported higher relationship satisfaction by over 55%. This means being reliable, showing up when you say you will, and offering small gestures of affection or appreciation without demanding immediate reciprocation. It's about building trust brick by brick. Instead of asking what's wrong, try saying, "I'm here for you when you're ready to talk," or simply offering a warm smile and a gentle touch. This subtle, consistent reassurance is a powerful antidote to insecurity and can slowly draw her back into connection, reinforcing the attraction. It's about being the steady anchor she can rely on. When to seek professional help. If the pulling away is persistent, severe, or accompanied by a significant decline in emotional intimacy, it might be time to consider couples counseling. Research from the Gottman Institute consistently shows that couples who engage in therapy develop better conflict resolution skills and a deeper understanding of each other's needs, leading to a 70% increase in relationship longevity. A therapist can provide objective insights and tools to navigate complex attachment patterns and communication breakdowns that you might not be able to address alone. This isn't a sign of failure, but a proactive step towards strengthening your connection and ensuring mutual well-being. It's a testament to your commitment to the relationship's health. But this sign is just the beginning. What comes next is something most men would never notice. The final takeaway: understanding is attraction. When she pulls away, remember it's often a sign of internal processing, not necessarily a rejection of you. Your consistent empathy, active listening, and creation of shared positive experiences are scientifically proven ways to rebuild connection and foster attraction. Don't mistake her need for space for a lack of interest. Often, it's the opposite, requiring a different kind of engagement from you. By understanding these psychological and biological drivers, you're not just saving your relationship, you're becoming a more attuned and attractive partner. This knowledge empowers you to navigate the complexities of female psychology with confidence and build a deeper, more resilient bond. It's about evolving your approach. So, remember, her withdrawal is often a signal for connection, not an end to it. Empathetic listening and creating shared experiences are your most powerful tools. And your consistent, calm presence is the bedrock of trust and attraction. Now you know what to look for. But knowing the signs is only half the equation. What you do next is what actually matters. Subscribe so you don't miss our next breakdown, because understanding women is a skill, and we're here to help you build it.